Live from the campus of Washington and Lee University, this is a Channel 18 Rockbridge News Update.
Good afternoon, I'm Gus Cross. Welcome to the Rockbridge Report Tuesday Live Update. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo sat down with Saudi leaders over the disappearance of Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi. He spoke with King Salman and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. CNN's Sam Kiley is in Riyadh to tell us more.
Mike Pompeo set off on a mission to Riyadh on the orders of his President Donald Trump to find out from the Saudis what exactly happened, if they know, inside that Saudi consulate to Jamal Khashoggi about 2 weeks ago now. First of all, he met for 15 minutes with King Salman in largely a courtesy call, and the real meat of the mission would have been in the 30 to 40-minute meeting he had with Mohammed bin Salman, the son of the king and the crown prince. Publicly, after all of these meetings, the line was that the Americans welcomed the Saudi commitment to a timely and transparent investigation. Privately, we understand that he was a little bit more robust in his language with the prince, but this is a difficult thing for the United States because they both the Saudis and the US want to try and put this all behind them and move on. But if there was a murder, then there is certainly going to be retribution demanded in the US Congress and Senate, and possibly from other American allies. Retribution, perhaps, that the Saudis would hit back on. Sam Kiley, Riyadh.
The Rockbridge Report will be following the story closely. Make sure to watch Thursday's newscast for the latest reports. Governor Ralph Northam visited Lexington yesterday to celebrate the city's 7 new businesses. Downtown Business Association Main Street Lexington organized the event. Northam cut ribbons and toured all the new shops that are part of the Launch Lex program. He was accompanied by local officials and shop owners. Some of the new stores include Just Games, Red Newt Bikes, and Flex Fitness. Visit rockbridgereport.wlu.edu for more details. A U.S. airstrike in Somalia has claimed 60 lives, the largest airstrike since November. U.S. Africa Command said the strike occurred Friday against the Al-Shabaab extremist group, who has been linked to the Islamic State, and said the attack killed only fighters, no civilians. It's been less than a week since devastating Hurricane Michael ripped through Florida. As of this morning, Hurricane Michael has claimed 20 lives. CNN's Camilla Bernal reports.
He wanted to know not only my welfare, but the people that were around me on the block and what it felt like to go through this.
5 days after much of the Florida Panhandle was torn apart by Hurricane Michael, President Trump is in the state to see it firsthand. Joined by the First Lady and Florida Governor Rick Scott, the president first took an aerial tour of the devastation.
First responders, FEMA, the job they've done is incredible.
From there, the Trumps went to a distribution center to help pass out supplies and then headed to tour areas ravaged in Georgia.
Governor, I'd like to thank you on behalf of the country. What a job you've done in Georgia.
Thousands across the region are relying on donations and government assistance for necessities like food, water, and shelter, and several are still missing. FEMA approved transitional sheltering assistance for families in Bay County, Florida, one of the hardest hit areas. This will provide survivors short-term lodging if their homes or communities have been destroyed. Residents of 10 other counties are also eligible for individual assistance.
Damage is so widespread. We've registered over 20,000 people already in individual assistance within FEMA.
And Trump has pledged the areas impacted will have all the help they need to get their communities back up and running.
Florida Senator Marco Rubio has warned residents that he fears the death toll may rise in the coming days. Cases of a mysterious paralyzing illness has been reported in 22 states. The rare disease is being described as being like polio. Health officials have reported 62 cases this year. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention are investigating the cases. CDC officials say they have not found the cause, but have ruled out polio and West Nile virus. About 90% of the cases are children who have suffered muscle weakness or paralysis about a week after they had a fever. Federal officials said they broke up a $19 million drug ring in Virginia today. The 2-year-long sting, called Operation Goodfellas, involved 150 law enforcement agents. 5 Hampton Roads area men were charged with trafficking large amounts of cocaine, heroin, and marijuana. Most of the drugs came from California. That's all for the Tuesday Live Update. Join us again on Channel 18 at 5 p.m. Thursday for the latest news from Virginia and around the world, the Rockbridge area forecast, and local sports. And check in anytime at rockbridgereport.wlu.edu.